Yeah, the takeover is a movement worldwide. They finna bring Donald Trump in. Y'all see? Y'all see? Oh, they deep, bro. They deep, bro. Finna bring that boy Trump. Finna bring that boy Trump. Y'all see it, man. Which one are you in, though?
I'm here to support President Trump. You want to know why I'm here to support President Trump? Because they done did black men like this for decades. Make up charges and put them, so I know Trump is innocent. I support Trump against this corrupt, two-tiered justice system. That's why I'm here to show my support as a black man for Trump. And I'm wearing my shirt, Niggas for Trump 2024, and I mean that.
What do you think about the indictments?
Oh, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's going around the country. You know, Fannie Willis, she went to school with my sister. She full of shit. She was full of shit then. So she's a puppet for the white liberal and that is controlling everything. She's in front, but the white liberal back there pulling those strings, telling her what to do. That's what I think about her, making a fool of herself.
Do you think it's going to help his election?
Of course it is. It's going to elevate him all the way. I think we should make Trump king. That's how I feel. We should make him king.
Wouldn't that be like kind of like communistic?
Nah, that's nowhere near communist. Now we just gonna make him king, but we still got our freedoms and rights and everything. He for that. Yeah, Trump for king 2024.
That's actually my URL. I own that URL.
You own that URL?
Can I get your name?
Really? Oh, my name is Niggas for Trump 2024.
I can't
Derek
write that.
Gibson, a
That's my nigga.
former candidate.
Twitter.
I'm a former candidate for New York State Governor. Derek Gibson, look me up. Nigga, I'm there. I live up to it too, boy. I can scrap too, boy. I can get down, boy. Not better, I can. I got a proven track record. Oh, you want to try me out? Try to take this shirt off. I'll give you some of it.
Just because I really love you, I let you treat me to love you. Go. I love you. Love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Baby, really love you. Just because I really love you, baby. I love you. Love you. I love you. I really love you. Just because I really love you. Just because I really love you. I 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 love you. Really love.
This is why I can't stand niggas. I want to say Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. News in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Here we go again, man. Jake took in a new low again, which isn't surprising. Jake, just what is this, 2023? Just 3.5 years. Just 3 years ago, Jake was crying and screaming and salivating for Biden. You know, I seen a video of this cougar, this MILF, Taraji P. Henson, asking Joe Biden to save us, like these people were some type of savior and like they're gonna make your lives a lot better. But the Lord told us to rise and depart, for this is not our rest, because it is polluted and it will destroy you with a sword of destruction. Like I saw a sub-caption of a video titled that Eurocentrism or Eurocentric teachings have made people of color not believe that the Bible was written for people of color, due to the brainwashing and the iconoclasm and the supremacy and the beating out of your nation. You Jakes have learned to take the back seat to this so-called white man. Now this nigga, and this is exactly what he is a damn nigga. And this is why I can't stand you Jakes, man. You are literally you're literally NPC characters. You literally have no fucking, you have no value, man. Okay, you serve no purpose, and you're just a waste of space. You know, this thing is really between the elect and the elite. Because the rest of you people, even among Jacob and Esau, you're a bunch of NPCs. You're non-playable characters, man. You're just there just for filler purposes. Because ain't no way in hell this black nigga, and this is probably the same nigga 4 years ago, what you had Jake that was for Trump 4 years ago. We're not going to take it away and say all Jake was for Biden. Because certain Jakes sing through the madness. But for the most part, you got niggas like this. Okay, and you see these women and these people in this video, they jumping up and down for Trump. In the back of his mind, he's probably smiling and shaking his head like, how, these niggas still accept us after all we've done to them? Here we're passing legislation, we're putting them more poison and foods in their neighborhoods, we're experimenting on them. Like I got a document online that was going into how the CIA experimented on people of color during the time of World War II, okay, the Gulf War, Desert Storm. They've been experimenting on our people since forever. And yet this is known public records, and the fact that these things are being declassified every day, and yet Jake's still like, oh, well, you know, we got to take the lesser evils. Look, man, the evil is evil. Okay, now look at this.
Y'all said, man.
And they don't even acknowledge you niggas, man. They don't give a damn about you niggas, but they know that you're going to spend the most money. They know you're the biggest consumers. And you're going to keep them rich. While they tax you to death, they like, well, look, shit, what are we doing wrong? These people keep putting us in office. They keep voting for the very same system that's been oppressing them. What are we doing wrong? Why would we miss out on an opportunity to continue to oppress these people if they're going to allow it? You know, because, hey, when Trump get in office, or if he gets in office, ain't nothing going to change. What he made, what, in the first couple of months, you know, the stocks may go up. The stock market may bounce back for a short period of time. Well, he may decrease inflation by 2%. All right, so instead of you paying $1,800 a month for a studio, you may be paying $1,500 now. But hey, according to Jake, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's okay to Jake. Oh, well, you know, as long as we, you know, they take our rent down, we all good. Like, you niggas have really took a back seat and bowed down, man. You've totally lost hope for you to just give up the fight and say, you know what, there ain't nothing we can do. There is something you can do, man. And it's called coming back to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. I mean, goddamn, Jake, you shouldn't be this goddamn docile, man. But you are completely out your damn mind. And Trump don't like Jake. When you go back into the what you call the Central Five, when them boys was accused of raping that Edomite woman and beating her up, Trump was a main advocate of them niggas being put down. So you niggas, man, you seem to forget your goddamn history all the time, man. You think that this damn devil cares for you. Trump don't give a fuck about you damn Jakes, man. Nor do Biden give a fuck about you. You know? They jumping up and down for joy. Oh my God, Trump. Trump is not gonna come and liberate and give you niggas a damn thing. Okay, you're gonna still see mass eviction rates. And these are the same niggas that was screaming for Joe Biden. Oh, well, look, let's get Trump back. At least with Trump. And when Trump was in office, the economy was a wreck. The economy was going, it was shipwrecked. They already hit the iceberg, man. You know what I'm saying? Biden just fully sunk the ship. But Trump ain't come in and make things a little better. Yeah, you had what? You know, you had jobs. I mean, you know, the economy was still in bad shape. But nonetheless, you wasn't looking at $5 gas prices, but shit, $1.99 gas prices is still too high compared to what the fuck you paid for. And Trump can't get anything down because you have to understand that the US dollar is pretty much done away with. It's too much debt for him to clear up. He's not gonna pay $400-some trillion off deficit to get you 69-cent gas prices. He's not gonna pay that bill off, man. So it's gonna still result to the same thing. This is why you niggas gotta go, man. I can't stand you Jakes, straight up. You Jakes, man. I can't stand being around you. All right, so let's look at the scriptures here. This is the book of Matthews, and and I got some precepts, but mainly the precepts I want to go to is already on the comment board, so we can just read off that. But this is the book of Matthews 27 and 17, and these be the same niggas that tell you, oh, you don't know what you talking about. When we told them that voting for Sleepy Joe, they would have been better off having Trump in office. It's just same outcome, just different method, different route. But these are the same Jake saying, man, y'all dudes, man, y'all don't believe in nothing positive, man. We need a different change. Y'all niggas was complaining about Trump over a tweet he made. Over groping on women and filling on women. What president didn't have his way with a damn woman? He's a king of Babylon. He have entitled to any woman he fucking want. You know? But Jake going crazy all because of a few damn tweets, and he's making sense. He's telling you about how men should be with women and women should be with men, and kids should be able to be who they are designed to be and not the opposite. He was bringing out these talking points, you know, about the LGBTQRSTUV rights, and he said how that shit needs to be done away with, and you people lost your goddamn minds behind that. But now when we tell you that Biden is going to come and destroy everything that you've totally built up, now all of a sudden, now you want to see what we're saying, and now, oh, we need Trump back, man. Fuck you niggas, man. Straight up. But anyway, this is the book of Matthew 27 and 17. It says, Pilate said it to them, whom will ye that I release unto you, Barabbas or Yahushua? And they said Barabbas. Okay? Here Yahushua is getting ready to come back to the planet Earth and redeem the hopeful elect, which is why the scriptures say, hey, if the Lord have not left unto us but a remnant, we would have been of Sodom and Gomorrah. The remnant is very important, man, because if it was up to the rest of the nation, 66% of the nation of Israel, we will not get out of this hell, bro. We will literally sit here and suffer while these niggas complain while the solution is right before them. Only thing they got to do is repent and believe in the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? But see, Jake, they not patient. Jake look at it, well, look, we ain't doing good now. We ain't got another 10 years to wait. Hey, look, I understand about the getting impatient part because you want out of this place. But you don't just take a back seat to you don't put your house in a back seat because he's not coming on your time. Well, we need to lower our rent. What your rents may lower about $100. What, inflation may go down by 0.5%. It's a done deal. Okay? It's not gonna work out for you, Jakes, but it says they said Barabbas, and this is the common Jake spirit, man. All right, so let's look at the precepts of John 19 and 5. And it says here, but they cried out, and this is talking about you Israelites. Okay, you Israelites are known for persecuting the prophets, man, and casting away your own salvation. You did it to Yahushua, man. That's what Yahushua said. He said, look, if I had not come to them, they wouldn't have no cloak for their sin, but now I come into them, they have no cloak. You see, meaning that you don't have any excuse at this point. But it says, but they cried out, away with him, and to crucify him. And they would literally crucify you to keep an Edomite in power. Okay, because Jake believes in the oppression. As long as they can continue to work 9-to-5 jobs and pay cheaper rent, nigga don't want to go nowhere. As long as you continue to go into the club, and that's all Jake wants. Jake just want Trump to bring back mirth. That's really what it is, because under this Biden watch, Biden has pretty much shut things down. You know what I'm saying? Things have been hard to get, resources hard to obtain. And they think that Trump is going to come back and open the doors to the club. But not knowing that Trump is a harsher devil than Biden in some assets, because of, hey, you niggas get caught with dope, or you get caught with illegal substances, guess what? Trump is the type that he's going to max your sentence out, man. Okay? Trump do not believe in giving Jake immunity from their crimes. Okay? He's not going to exonerate you, man. And it says, Pilate said it to them, shall I crucify your king? And the chief priest answered, we have no king but Caesar. Hey, name of this lesson is called, hey, we should make Trump king. That's a damn shame when you have a group of people that have been oppressed for 400 plus years, stating they want to make you their king now. Like, they're asking for pressure. And I know Jake got to see it like, man, these people are not for you. No matter what party you vote for, Democrats, Republicans, you can make up your own crack party, whatever, man. And they're not going to do anything to bring you Jakes into the promised land. You know, Jeremiah 5:23, it says, but this people have a revolting and rebellious heart. They're revolted and gone. Yeah, they're gone, man. You absolutely right about that, brother. They are gone, man. Jake is gone. Jake wants no dealing with Yahushua at all. Okay, these are the same Jakes that gave Moses hell because he felt that Moses led him to the wilderness to die. Now, all the miracles the Lord done, Jake was still complaining. After Moses split the Red Sea in a chariot by fire, the chariot cloud by day and a fire by night, the different miracles that the Most High wrote in the hand of Moses to deliver us. Hey man, Jake was still scoffing, because after we were delivered from the Egyptians, Jake was like, all right, okay, we dealing with that. But then when Moses went up to the mountain to get the commandments, and he was by the Most High, that what is it called, that short season, he went up to deal with the Most High. And you can read about that in 2nd Esdras 14th chapter. But basically, when he came back down, Jake was all committing adultery, worshiping other gods. Jake was losing their goddamn minds down there. Then they start complaining because they felt like, oh, well, we ain't got no food. But here the Most High fed them manna for heaven. But Jake wanted to eat the fried chicken from Egypt. Jake wanted the beans and the rice and the lentils and the corn and all that other stuff. They wanted the dirty water. When Jake was living in the province of Goshen, the Most High was taking care of him. But even then, at a point in time before the Most High intervened to set up the prophet Moses and Aaron, you better believe that Jake was getting the bottom scraps of what the Egyptians were getting, man. And they were cool with that. Just let me go work my 9 to 5 and go home and feed my family. It's the same thing you have here. Niggas were getting off work, going home. You know what I'm saying? Getting high, all types of stuff, man. That's how you, Jake. This is why the 2/3 you gotta go. All right. Deuteronomy 17:15, it says, "Thou shalt anywise set him a king over thee, whom the Lord thy power should choose. One from among thy brethren should thou set king over thee, that thou mayest not set a stranger over thee." All right, because you got to understand that the heathen do not rule through the means of the Lord. Okay, like the scriptures say, the captain or the ruler, so shall the people be. So if you have a degenerate of a ruler and a heathen of a ruler, he's going to do degenerate shit, and you people are going to follow behind. Okay, because why would Esau or any other nation rule under the commandments of the Most High without them being put in subjection, just so you niggas can get above them? Because see, one thing that they know if they keep the commandments of the Lord and they make that the dominant commandment or the dominant governor of the law of earth, they know that you Jakes will get above them. So they're not going to rule with the law, statutes, and commandments, because that's a benefit into you. See, they know this, but you don't. Okay, because you don't consider that. In fact, you are the Israelites. Like Apostle Tahar said, you've been in America too goddamn long. And guess what? You're going to stay here in America. You're going to burn up in America. Okay, the Most High ain't going to take the 2/3 out of this joint into a different way. You're not getting up out of here this time. The Lord going to leave you here, and he's going to burn your ass up right where you need to be. Straight up, man. And, hey, I'm cool with the Maz. I'm cool with the Most High leaving every one of you Jakes here, along with your women, okay, your families, your children. Since you want to worship this devil, hey, we condone the Most High leaving you here and nuking your monkey asses, man. Oh, we need to make Trump king. Nigga, shut up, man. Nigga, go brush your bottom lip. Got niggas for Trump. You are a nigga. And you think Esau respect that? He looks at you like, yeah, exactly, nigger. And then when Esau start turning up against you, Jakes, if this man get back in there, now you're gonna be screaming some social injustice now. Because exactly what happens if Trump gets reelected, like we saw in the video, the latter half of it, how the KKK was rolling around. Hey man, hey, they gonna start rolling in your hoods. Cops gonna start blowing you away. They gonna get that proud spirit, and they gonna open up on your ass, man. Then you're gonna be looking for somebody to come and save you. Ain't nobody coming to save you, niggas, man. You done it to yourself. So good riddance to you. All right. Isaiah 30:1, it says, "Woe to the rebellious children." And who is the rebellious children? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The Lord calls you a bunch of rebellious, stiff-hearted. You're a bunch of idiots. It says Yahweh that take counsel, but not of me. And this is a counsel that they're taking counsel of, but it's not of the Lord. Okay, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah didn't tell you Jakes to go to the polls and vote for some goddamn Trump or some goddamn Biden. See, you niggas, see, if none of you Jakes voted, do you know what kind of disrupt that this system, bro? This system would have fell overnight if you didn't vote. Even though we know that voting is already selected, they know who's gonna put in there. But they already bank on you Jakes going down there because Esau plays off your stupidity. Okay, and I'm not even going to call it ignorance, man, because the scriptures goes into you being willfully ignorant, which means you're stupid. Because it's one thing to be ignorant, which means you don't know, you're not enlightened, which we can't have that excuse no more. But you're just willfully ignorant, which means that you're just a bunch of dummies, man. You a bunch of dummies, man. And then if this guy gets in office, which I pray there's no election next year, but we gonna reflect back on this video, and then we gonna see and compare and contrast. And I guarantee you, if Trump gets back in office, nothing is gonna improve for you, Jake. You're gonna be screaming for Biden again, or you're gonna be screaming for Bernie Sanders, or some Obama savior, or somebody that wears blue and X, Y, and Z. bunch of clowns, man. It says, with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt. Egypt is America. It says, you go into the word America, it goes into Montezarium, which means straits, okay, or bondage. And we're in the most of straits now in this society. We've been under hardship since we got off the damn boat. Okay, don't let the fact that because now you're able to roam around on a yard, on a 23-1 lockdown, because you can go to rec now anytime you want. Now all of a sudden, we got it good. Nah, man. Because you still can't get out the country without a passport. Don't pay your taxes for a couple of years. Watch what happens. Don't pay your child support. Watch what happens. Don't go to work. You're going to get thrown out. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. And it says they walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked of my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. Pharaoh is the modern day Edomite. It says, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust of the shadow of Egypt your confusion. I can't wait to see you niggas confounded. Okay, when the men of the Lord are getting beamed up in those ships, they don't look up like, oh, well, I'll ride it. Nah, nigga, you gonna stay here. You didn't want to hop on a 34 Michigan, man. You gonna stay here. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to hop on a ride. You wanted to sit here. You wanted to play games with these guys, with these Edomites. You wanted to build them up as God over you. So therefore, you stay here. You don't need to come on a chair. Remember, Jake, you don't need to be delivered. You good. You know what I'm saying? We the one that's screaming for a savior. And it's damn near not in the eyesight of these people. Isaiah 1:5, it says, why should you be stricken anymore? Okay, it says, you will revolt more and more, and the whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint, man. You Jakes are through, man. Just sick. You know what I'm saying? You don't consider nothing. You don't care about nothing. As long as you got mirth, okay, mirth and folly at your fingertips, you cool. As long as somebody lets you go to the club any day you want, turn up, get drunk, high all day, commit adultery, you know what I'm saying? Somewhat cheap gas and being able to have a so-called status in this society, you niggas are cool with being here. When the Lord promised us a kingdom, man, that we ain't got to worry about nothing, that we're going to have all the things that you niggas want on the left-hand side, the Most High is going to give it to us on the right-hand side, but to enjoy. That's why when you wake up in the kingdom, man, you're going to really have your heads down. You're going to really read. Lord is going to see, look, this is what we've been trying to tell you. We could have been here a lot sooner if you niggas just learn to cooperate. But you don't want to do that. Jeremiah 22:14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Well, yeah, he's definitely a homeborn slave, man. Definitely. He's a servant. Putting a man above you that basically you was trying so hard to get up out of office, man. He could have got an 8-year term if you Jakes would have, an 8-year term. Then you would have been screaming for Biden. Oh, man, we need Biden. We need a change. Well, hey, you got that change. Like the brother said, this is how and why slavery lasted so long. You absolutely right, brother. Jeremiah 11:14. Therefore, pray not thou for this people. Need to lift up a cry of prayer for them. So when you getting body in the streets by these martial law troops, I'm not crying for you people, man. Okay, honestly speaking, you brought it upon yourselves. Because the Lord said, rise and depart. This is not our rest. It is polluted, and it will destroy you with the sword destruction, bro. Okay, you Jakes asked for this. For I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. And you better believe they are going to cry unto the Lord. Okay, once this society shuts down, once they bring back the icky Vicky, because now they're talking about, we was on the meeting this morning, and they was talking about how this guy Biden is talking about bringing a new particular three-pointer to you or a new Boost Mobile. Have you guys been boosted enough? Having enough people then gave up the spirit because they trust in this government? It's crazy, But hey, joker's on you. All right. It says, therefore should the trust of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Okay, it says, for they were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be a help, nor a profit, but a shame and also a reproach, man. Okay, and trust me, which I don't know. I mean, honestly speaking, if Trump gets in office, then I don't know how this 2030 thing gonna work. I'm not sure, because we know Trump is part of the deep state too. But it's kind of weird to see how that's gonna go. Me personally, I don't really see it happening. You know what I'm saying? If things are going on schedule, then I can possibly see them suspending the election, but we don't know. Esau was throwing a lot of monkey wrench. The Lord is kind of jumbling this thing up, so who knows, man? You know, Trump may end up getting assassinated or what, I don't know. Something is going to happen to the point that the Most High is going to allow this current administration to somehow have a foothold in this place. But we're going to see, you know, because honestly speaking, I don't want to do another 4 years in this fucking place. You know what I'm saying? We ready for the Lord to come back now. Straight up. You know, but however long it takes, you know, we in this thing into death. You know, this is who we are. So, hey, you don't have an end date on this thing when you were Israelite. You know, this is who you are. And you live your life accordingly. Just like you become accustomed to living lifestyles in America, you become accustomed to living your life as an Israelite. Okay, a prophet, that's an occupation. Just like you go to your 9 to 5. For your money, you go and you serve the Lord. Okay, like the prophets, they didn't have no time. They thought that their kingdoms were going to go down at their particular respective time that they were prophesying, not knowing that they had to wait a whole nother lifetime, a whole nother falling away. You know, so the prophets basically died in their lot, being prophets and just doing what they supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to discourage any brother, because I know that we're not going to have to go through that. This is the last generation, and I can guarantee you that. But overall, man, they just said the Lord said, look, man, this thing gonna go another 20, 30 years. We got to stay on the course. But I don't see that happening. Okay. One more precept and I'm gonna end it here. This is the book of Exodus. Matter of fact, this is Numbers 14 and 35. I'm gonna come back to the Numbers 14, 35. But we gonna get that in Exodus, because this is the same spirit that Jake was in. It's the same spirit they in now. You know? Exodus 14, and I'm gonna start at verses let's start at verses 10. It says, and when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were so afraid. And the children of Israel cried unto the Lord, and they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? See, Jake is quick to come against their own people. They're quick to come against you because you're not giving them the immediate answers, versus, you know, the so-called white man don't give them any answers at all. He keeps them on a wild goose chase. And yet Jake, they're cool with that. You know, as long as they're getting handouts and stimmies and benefits, then they cool. Because what you don't know, if Trump gets back in office, Title 4D, you can kiss that shit goodbye, man. Trump is all for abolishing child support. So that's not good for you black women. You think he's going to bring back what Sleepy Joe did? Hell no. He's going to do away with that. It says, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dealt with us to carry us forth out of Egypt? It says, is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone? It says, for that we may serve the Egyptians. Basically, let us be slaves. Leave us alone. We don't want to hear that. For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than we should die in the wilderness, man. Then Moses said it to the people, fear ye not, and stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, you should see them no more ever again. Okay. And that was because the Most High used Moses to perform those miracles. But even then, Jake was still talking shit. He's done one of the greatest miracles above what any Egyptian could have done, and they still gave Moses shit, man. Which shows you how much Jake despised their own people. But let this Ben Chero, what's this guy's name, Pharaoh, that divided the Red Sea, man. Jake would have, man, they would have stoned, they would have overthrew Moses on a site, all because their oppressor is doing a good work in front of them. You know, Numbers 14:31. But your little ones, which you said should be a prey, and I will bring them in, and it says, and then when I bring in, and they should know the land which you have despised. Yeah, because you despise the promised land, you despise the kingdom. You despise the prophets telling you. But as for you, your carcasses, they shall fall in this wilderness, and your children shall wander in the wilderness 40 years, and you niggas are spiritually walking in circles, man. Okay, going back and forth between Biden and Trump, you know what I'm saying? Casting your lots and your ballots on these two devils. You're walking in circles, man. because at the end of it, it leads to destruction. It says, and the number of the days in which and the children shall wander in the wilderness 40 years and bear your whoredoms until your carcasses be wasted in the wilderness, because you're going to die here. And the number of days in which ye search the land, even 40 days, each day for the year should be a year, should ye bear your iniquities, even 40 years, and ye should know my breach of promise. 11-day trip, which they could have got to the promised land a lot sooner, took them 40 fucking years. So don't you see that if Jake just would have repented to the Most High, Yahushua probably would have came and gotten us already. But we understand through the prophecies that wasn't going to happen. But the Lord told us that we can get out of here overnight. If all Israel face the east and pray to the Lord, he will send the chariots to destroy this place now and get us up out of this joint. We got the ability to get the fuck up out of here today. But the Lord know that's not going to happen because Jake is too rebellious. So therefore, they had to they wandered around in the wilderness 40 years. And it says, and I, the Lord, have said, I will surely do it until all this evil congregation that are gathered together against me in this wilderness, that they should be consumed, and there they shall die. All right. So, you niggas are getting ready to be destroyed. And if Trump do get in there, I'll pray show his horns sooner than later. You know. But anyway, I'm going to end it here, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. With that, Shalom and a Baba Ball. Shalom.